5 o'clock news. I am Zamir Megji, and here are some of today's main headlines. The severe drought in Somalia continues to cause the deaths of many, leaving the survivors to flee to neighboring borders. Recent reports announced at least 187 people have died after an overloaded ferry sank off the Tanzanian island of Zanzibar with at least 800 people on board. Coming up next, uranium mining in Tanzania continues to benefit the economy at the expense of many lives and the environment. Uranium is described as a silvery, white, hard and dense metallic element. It's also highly radioactive, which means it gives off energy in the form of particles. Uranium was an important discovery as we use it every day. For example, it's used to make nuclear power, nuclear weapons, electricity, and many more other uses. Uranium was discovered in Tanzania in July of the year 2009. Mantra Tanzania Limited and Uranex Tanzania Limited are two organizations that have conducted exploration of uranium in Tanzania. According to William Gejela, Uranex Tanzania Limited expects to start producing the mineral in 2011. Uranium is distributed over Tanzania. Currently, Mantra is involved in a project in South Tanzania. Joining me today is Nadira Dewji, a geologist from the Nyarisho Earth Science Laboratory with the advantages and disadvantages of mining uranium in Tanzania. Hello Nadira, we spoke about what uranium is and its history in Tanzania. Could you please tell us what the benefits are of mining uranium in Tanzania?
Hi Samir. Well, mining in Tanzania comes with many benefits, such as job opportunities for thousands of locals. In addition to that, the mining of uranium also creates tax income for the government. In fact, Tanzania's Deputy Minister of Mining and Minerals, William Gereja, states that uranium is used for many industrial uses in the world, and we expect that uranium in our country, Tanzania, would make us benefit a lot. We expect to raise revenues from this uranium mineral.
That's excellent! Are there any benefits of uranium for the ongoing power problems here in East Africa?
Yes, definitely. Uranium is used as fuel for electricity generating power plants. These plants continue to generate 17% of the world's electricity. Energy is created when uranium atoms are split. The splitting of uranium atoms is known as nuclear fission. The Earth has limited supplies of oil and coal, and when these resources run out, another means of energy would be nuclear fission. Therefore, the mining of uranium is a huge stepping stone for Tanzania's economy. Tanzania's Minister of Communications, Science and Technology, Professor Peter Msola, stated that the country's uranium deposit would be developed to allow the country to generate electricity.
Every coin has two sides, Nadira. Are there any limitations and disadvantages in the mining of uranium?
Yes. Along with holding many assets, uranium is also known to be one of the most deadliest elements. Uranium is radioactive, therefore it emits radiation when it breaks down. Nuclear radiation is extremely harmful to the human body. It harms the cells of the human body, causing many miners and other civilians around the mines to be vulnerable to illnesses and death.
Yes, however, there is uranium underground and it doesn't seem like it's affecting humans or causing any radiation directly affecting humans or any other forms of life.
When uranium is underground, it carries little radiation, even if it's a centimeter underground. Therefore, humans and animals aren't a great risk. However, as soon as uranium is brought up to the Earth's surface, it possesses many dangers and risks towards any forms of life. This is because uranium consists of chemical and radiological toxicity. Uranium particles can enter the human body by simply inhaling air that has been exposed to uranium particles. We're exposed to uranium particles every day. However, excessive and direct exposure to uranium carries several health risks. The uranium particles move from the lungs to the lymph nodes, then to the blood circulation. This causes stomach cancer, damaged kidneys, lung cancer, lymphoma, and other blood diseases. Uranium radiation emits gamma rays. Gamma photons can travel at the speed of light and can cover hundreds to thousands of meters of air before draining their energy. Gamma rays have the ability to penetrate through the human body. The gamma rays have the ability to damage the atoms within the human body by making them radioactive. This is a local issue as the lives of locals living nearby mines and miners continue to be even more precarious due to the several health risks.
That's interesting. Thank you, Nadira, for being with us. That was Nadira Dewji, a geologist from the Nyarisho Earth Science Lab down at Dar es Salaam, Tanzania. After the break, we'll be joined with a professor from the RIEED. Please stay with us. Hello there and welcome back. We are joined with Mr. Somji, a professor at the Research Institute of Environment and Economics, Dar es Salaam. Aliraza, thank you for joining us today. Could you tell us the impact of uranium mining on the economy and the environment?
Hi, thanks for having me, Zamir. The process of uranium mining requires enormous amounts of water, according to the Canadian Forces Metal Company. In Namibia, it has been estimated that mining operations utilize 1 million liters of water per day. Manyoni district in Singida region is located in the south of Tanzania and is one of the proposed areas for uranium mining in Tanzania. Water is a limited commodity here in Tanzania, especially in the Singida region. This is a local issue as Tanzania struggles with water shortage. This use of water is a necessity and scarce commodity here in Tanzania. It would be unwise to use this scarce necessity at the expense of present inhabitants.
Interesting. Recent reports announced that Tanzania has agreed to mine for uranium in the Selous Game Park. Can you elaborate?
Yes, the Natural Resources Minister, Ezekiel Maike, has told the BBC that Tanzania will go ahead with the plans to mine uranium in Selous Game Reserve. The mining of uranium will reduce the park size by a little less than 1%, says Ezekiel Maike. However, the money earned from mining uranium can potentially help in maintaining the park and acquiring necessary materials to do so. The mining of uranium holds a strong impact on the environment. Once the mining of uranium has been completed, huge craters are formed. This affects the environment because the soils in the crater are usually contaminated by radioactive material, and therefore the soil becomes less useful to the people now and in the future. In addition, the radioactive particles travel using the wind and can reach the civilians residing near the mine. Exposure to these particles can prove costly, especially to one's health after it suffers from it for a while. In addition to this, uranium mining can destroy the flora and fauna of that specific region. This is not a good sign as the area loses its vegetation and the nature of the area decreases as well.
What about the economy? Surely there must be an impact on the economy, right?
Yes. The mining of uranium will be a great source of income for Tanzania. The mining of uranium will result into a total of $200 million annually. In addition to that, the issue of unemployment can take a huge step into being depleted, as this mining project can provide up to 1,600 jobs to citizens. There aren't any necessary qualifications required to mine, apart from knowing how to mine. Therefore, this benefits the locals as they have now access to jobs. To continue, Tanzania is reported to have 53.9 million pounds of uranium oxide deposits. If the prices stay at $41 per pound, then the deposits are valued at $2.2 billion. This boosts the economy of Tanzania, as a lot of income can be derived from the uranium mining. Tanzania is a less economically developed country. The mining of uranium in Tanzania would be a massive stepping stone for its economy, therefore it's a local advantage.
I believe that the benefits of mining of uranium outweigh the disadvantages. The mining of uranium will bring numerous advantages in regards to our economy. As Tanzania is a country struggling financially, the mining of uranium will be a great help to the locals, and so the mining of uranium affects locals in Tanzania. There are no solutions to the radioactive gamma rays that hurt the human body. However, to make sure that miners do not inhale uranium particles, they should wear masks and attire and protective gear. The government should also enforce policies that ensure mining will only be taken place in areas that are distant from any forms of life, for example, villages or game reserves. Well, that's all for today. Thank you to all our guests, Nadira and Aliraza, for joining us, and to all of you for watching. You can follow up with more news on our website, zamaldira.com, or email us at zamaldira@isdafrica.com. See you tomorrow, same time, same channel, and I'm Zamir Megji.